All right, Boston, we are back. Man, it's time for us to continue our year one season simulation with your Boston Bruins here in NHL 20. So we got the year one season sim started, and lo and behold, the injuries are back. The good news is that they weren't very severe, but guys like Patrice Bergeron, Zdeno Chara, Brendan Carlo, two top four defensemen and our first line center, not the greatest, but Bergeron will be back November 16th. Chara will be back November 8th. Brendan Carlo, I guess, just went down with an injury, so it's still pending the evaluation. So not a good start when it comes to injuries for the Boston Bruins, and it has resulted in a record of 6 wins, 6 losses, and 2 overtime losses, okay? So let's, in this video, I don't want to make too many changes to the Boston Bruins roster until we get closer to the trade deadline. This is pretty much a championship team. This is why I chose them. I've always done rebuilds and retools in year number 1 to really set the team up for later seasons. I want to get really heavy into the analytics here to try to make the right trade to make this team better on the third, fourth line, maybe trading away a first rounder, but all that comes closer to the trade deadline. In this video, let's try to figure out why our team is not simulating so well. Let's dive into the stats, the analytics, all that good stuff, all right? So first up, team stats, with a record of 6-6-2, I'd imagine we are suffering in some category. Let's just sort by the Atlantic Division for right now. That's all we need to look at. Hang on a second here. All right, so, the top team, 12-1-0, the Tampa Bay Lightning. I told you, man, with Brendan Point on a two-way deal. It's ridiculous how many players that they have on that squad. The Detroit Red Wings in second, 10-5. It's early in the season, though. All right, so goals for per game. Let's take a look at this. The top team in our division, Les Montreal Canadiens, actually beating the Tampa Bay Lightning in goal production. Where are we? We are down there in 6th, scoring less than 3 goals for per game. Ahead of the Toronto Maple Leafs, though, with all that firepower. So I'd like that to creep above 3, especially a Stanley Cup championship team or a team that made it to the Stanley Cup finals last season. We need to get some more offense going. And goals against per game looks like it's in a horrible spot. We're the worst in our division, 3.50 goals against per game. I think I found why our record is not looking so great. The Tampa Bay Lightning up there with 2. I'd like to be somewhere around 2.25. If we could be below 2, that'd be great, but around 3 and 2.25, you'll get a lot of wins that way. So we got to work on our goals against per game. What about our special teams? Power play percentage. The Tampa Bay Lightning up at 29. We are actually in second with a power play percentage of 25.5 times on the power play. All right, so we're drawing penalties, and we are converting on our chances. So I'd imagine then if we're not scoring too many goals and we're actually top in the power play department, our 5-on-5 offense is probably suffering big time. We got to work on that. And the penalty kill, let's see, the Detroit Red Wings, no wonder they're having a good season. A penalty kill of 91.5%. Tops in our division. Where are we? We are second last with a penalty kill of 81.8. Now, as the course of the regular season goes, those high numbers, those 90s, those high 80s, they'll come back down to the mid 80s. But, 81.8, that is not good enough. And actually, look at this. Time short-handed, we're taking a lot of penalties. So we are an undisciplined team, rough and tough Boston style. But the problem is that we have one of the worst penalty kills in our division. So we're taking the most penalties, and we can't kill them off. That's the reason right there. And that would contribute to the goals against per game. So the penalty kill, boys. The penalty kill. We need to work on that. Alrighty, Rooney. Well, with Patrice Bergeron injured, that's gonna suffer, or that's gonna allow our penalty kill to suffer. But I imagine I can find a few other guys that can fill in. So when it comes to our players and their production, David Pastrnak, 13 points in 14 games played. That's good, but a -4. That might be because I think David Krejci's on the first line center right now, but we got to get that. That first line is supposed to be the best first line of the NHL. When Bergeron gets back, you guys got to get into the plus, like plus 30, plus 50. Let's go. Brad Marchand, 11 points. Heinen, 11. Coyle, 8. DeBrusk, David Krejci, they're all minus. All right. So, and there's Bergeron. Bergeron's a plus, but he's only played 7 games. Yeah, we've missed out like half the season without without Patrice Bergeron. So let me go to the advanced analytics like last year. All right, if I sort by takeaways, where is Bergeron? Bergeron is 4th for takeaways and he's only played half the amount of games of all these other players. The reason I'm going to takeaways is these are the penalty killers that I want to put on the ice. So Pasternak, is he blocking shots? Corrali, looks like Corrali could definitely kill some penalty kills, or some penalties for us. Center, 79 overall, fourth line forward. Take a look at those individual stats. Defense, he can also win face-offs. Shot blocking's only at 81, but I like his takeaways. So he's definitely a penalty killer, and he's going to throw the body a lot. Giveaways up at 6, but there's more takeaways than giveaways. So Corrali could be a penalty killer. When Bergeron comes back, he's definitely a penalty killer. Backus could kill penalties. Charlie Coyle could also kill penalties, but Coyle's got a few more giveaways than Backus. It might be because he's on the power play. There's no one that's really, jumping out at me right here. Takeaways. What about this guy right here? Brad Marchand could also, Brad Marchand could kill off some penalties for us. We just got to turn this around. All right, so the only real guy that pops out at me, someone who had more takeaways than giveaways, like this Nordstrom guy, no. Charlie Coyle, it's close enough. David Backus, Bergeron, and Corrali. So as my two centers, I think I want to go with Corrali and Charlie Coyle, maybe? Block shots, because he does block some shots, and his face-off percentage is better than Backus. All right, so I don't know if these advanced analytics have anything to do with the simulation in this game, but in previous games, those numbers do mean a lot. All right, the shot totals, the shot percentages, all that. All right, so I'm just going to go best lines again. Without Patrice Bergeron, that's how our lines look. Marchand, Krejci, Pasternak, DeBrusk, Coyle, Nordstrom, Bjork, Heinen, Backus, and Richie, Wagner, and Lindholm. We got, Carlo, Chara, and Bergeron all scratch. I think that's actually going to make a forward play on the defensive core. Yeah, Sean Corrali is actually playing defense right now. Okay, so let me mess around with the roster just because we have some injuries. I think I got to bring up a AHL defenseman. I want to get to the simulation in this video, so power of video editing. Hang on a second. All right, so I made some changes, decided to bring up our prospect defenseman, Urho Vakanainen, I think that's how you say his name. He's got a two-way deal, so I can send him back down, but we don't need a forward playing a defensive role right now, especially with a record of 6-6-2. We got to win some games. It would suck if I missed the playoffs because I was stupid. So Vakanainen is in there on the third line. Everything else we're going to leave the same. The 4-man power play, the 5-man power play. Power play was actually doing just fine. It was second in the division without Patrice Bergeron, but our penalty kill. All right, now Sean Corrali was fine. It actually has given us a 1+ penalty kill strategy. Sean Corrali line fit. Now, why doesn't the line fit right there? Oh, hang on a second. It's not going to tell me about the penalty kill line. It's just going to tell me about the fourth line that he's on. Alrighty. So I don't know why Sean Corrali doesn't fit on that line, but Lindholm does. Now, Lindholm, he wasn't a guy that I entrusted to kill penalties, right? I didn't like his stats. Yeah, too many giveaways to take away. So he's more of like a playmaker type. In fact, is that no? He's a two-way forward, but still, I'm not liking those stats. So you're coming off. What about this guy, Anders Bjork? 2 and 3. He's a +3. What about his takeaways to giveaways ratio? It's the exact same as like Lindholm, so that's not going to work either. Denton Heinen. Let's see, Heinen. Takeaways to giveaways, not bad with some block shots in there. All right, so that's doable, at least until Patrice Bergeron gets back. What was his player type? Two-way forward. Can't really win faceoffs though at 76. Like Bjork was actually not Bjork. Was Lindholm better at winning faceoffs? Yeah. So Lindholm. Hang on, let me just switch Lindholm for Heinen. All right, now I got to replace these two guys. So who do we have that can kill penalties? It was David Backus was one of them. I was thinking about putting David Backus on the trading block. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, he had more takeaways than giveaways, and I think his face-off rating is decent. Where's his face-off percentage? Hang on a second. Never mind. 40% this year. In previous seasons, it's been above 50%. What's going on this year? Is he just not getting a chance? I mean, face-offs is up at 87. What the hell? He must just not be playing he must be on the wing or something on his team. Or on his line. All right, so Heinen and Corrali, It's not really fitting, so that freaking line chemistry. Screw it. I'm not even going to go for the line chemistry. I'm just going to put who I think needs to be on that line. Backus and not Bjork. Let's see. Pasternak. What about this Ritchie guy? Power forward. Brett Ritchie. Takeaways, giveaways. All right, that's not bad. He's a candidate that we can think on. Left wingers, Marchand. I don't want to play Marchand there. He's got enough ice time, power play at 5v5. DeBruska's a sniper. Nordstrom, we already took a look at, didn't like it. Centers, Krejci's got enough power play at 5v5 time. Charlie Coyle. Let's see, Coyle. I think he's more of an offensive guy. Yeah, giveaways. Does have a lot of hits, though. Charlie Coyle. And what's his face-off rating? Shit, hang on a second. Face-offs. 48.15. What's his stats like? Yeah, he could play the wing for David Backus for sure. All right, so Coyle's not bad. Heinen, we checked that out with Nordstrom. We didn't like it. Sean Corrali's already on the first line. Backus, Lindholm. Was it Lindholm and, hang on, Nordstrom? Did we check Heinen? Yeah, I think we did check Heinen, right? What did we not like about Heinen again? Hang on. Giveaways, takeaways. Yeah, Heinen was okay. So it's Heinen or Charlie Coyle, essentially. Backus. Where's Charlie Coyle playing? He's on the second line, and he's on the power play, I think, as well. Hang on. Special teams, power play, second line power play. Sean Corrali is on the friggin' power play also. Danton Heinen. All right. I just want to spread out the ice time. Corrali, Heinen, Backus, and Bjork. No, I don't want to go with Bjork. I think Ritchie. Yeah, let's go with Ritchie, because he's on the fourth line anyways. All right, so Backus with Ritchie. Oh, my God. The overall -3. Why? Why? Freaking coaching, man. All right, so Backus and Ritchie ain't going to work. Let me try Backus. Is it just because two power forwards? What if I go like Charlie Coyle, another power forward? Is it still -3? Yeah, so you can't have two of the same player types on the penalty kill. That won't work. What about Pasternak? If I put a playmaker in there, I'm just doing tests now. That still won't work. Is it because of Backus on that line that is not working? Hang on, let me go with Corrali. I know he's already on the first. I'm doing experiments right now. It's still -3. Maybe it's Backus. All right, so whatever. I'm just going to go Ritchie. We'll see if the penalty kill numbers go up, even with the line chemistry down. I have a feeling about this simulation. And the defense, let's go Millar, John Moore. There you go. These guys are going to go on the first. McAvoy and Krug. Now, I want to save McAvoy and Krug for 5-on-5 and power play. Let's, you know what? No, never mind. We got to get out of this rut. I will use these guys. So McAvoy and Miller and Moore and Krug, okay, for the 4-man penalty kill. 3-man penalty kill, Corrali, and we're going to go Backus. I liked Backus, his face-off rating. -3, -1. I have no clue. Line fit. Why don't they fit in on the line? What do you need to have a guy fit in on the penalty kill line? It's got to be like power forward doesn't fit, power forward doesn't fit, 2 defensive defensemen, and an offensive defenseman. That doesn't fit. Whatever. No clue. EA, do a better job of describing why it doesn't work. What do I need to do? Extra attackers, Marchand and Pasternak, sure. And Rask and Halak with the scratch players, all of my injury guys. And Chris Wagner on the bench. All right, so there you go. We attempted to, what is this? The Providence Bruins, just best lines there. There you go. All right, so we attempted to make our defense a lot better during the simulation. Even though the line chemistry went down, let's see if I made the right choices or not. If the penalty kill gets worse, maybe the line chemistry does have something to do with it. All right, so let me just go to penalty kill percentage again. Our penalty kill right now, Boston, is 81.8. All right, 81.8. Try to remember that. And our goals against, what was our goal? Yeah, let's go back in. 81.8. And our goals against was 3.5. So 3.5 and 81.8. 3.5, 81.8. I will not remember that, I promise you. 3.5, 81.8. All right, so with enough with those changes, let's get back to the simulation. We'll go another month. By the end of November, if no more injuries happen, we should get Patrice Bergeron and Zdeno Chara back. There you go. Speaking of the big man, he is back. Beautiful. I will edit the lines manually. I will do some power of video editing if it takes too long, but let's just, you know what? This is going to be good for our penalty kill as well. Vakinen, let's see. He was a +1 in that game. give him the chance to play. Grzelcyk, he's 25. He's a +3. I got to get a spot for Chara. -4 for you. No. He's still, this Urho Vakinen guy, or Vakanainen, he is still a prospect. And I think his depth or his role is minor league top 2. So let's not screw around with this guy. So I will send him back down to the minors. I don't think he has to pass through waivers because he's on a 2-way deal. Hang on a sec. Defenseman, Vakinen, waivers, no. Okay, so he doesn't have to worry about going back down through waivers. Good. All right, so you, boom, there you go. He's lost morale. Sorry, buddy. Had to be done. And Zdeno Chara is now back up. So let me go back to edit lines. Boom. We'll make sure to get Char in on the... Oh, man. I just got to go best... I think I got to go best line. You know what? Let me go best lines and fix my penalty kill again. Power of video editing. All right, so the big man, the captain, Zdeno Chara is back. He is on the first line penalty kill. And actually, Brendan Carlo, when I went best lines, he came back as well. Still a lingering injury, but I'll leave him in there. We'll see if he gets injured again. But Kuraly, Heinen, Backus, and Richie are all in there. The game doesn't like it, though. The line chemistry is not there. Although when I went best lines and the line chemistry was there, it still resulted in my penalty kill being like the second worst in the division. So let's see if I can outfox EA's AI right here with my own players. So, yeah, that's all that taken care of. He's also on the power play, which will help everything out. Chara is still a big piece of this team in this game, an 85 overall top 4 defenseman. And we're going to need him big time. All right, so he is back, and our record, we are below 500. All right, fully healed. Good. So the injury ended up fully healing itself before this game against the Detroit Red Wings, which we lose 3-2. And then we lose in a shootout against the Philadelphia Flyers. Multiple players on Boston are now eligible to be dressed. Is he fully... Hang on. No. Head coach. I'll just go best lines for right now. Hang on. Krejci's been injured with a pulled groin. I didn't even play the game! His estimated return is November 25th. Well, the injuries are, they're all over the place, man. We've had Bergeron go down with an injury, Chara go down with an injury, and David Krejci go down with an injury. Okay, just go best lines for right now. Let me get up to this game against the Toronto Maple Leafs. I guess Bergeron came back, and he was good to go. 7, 8, and 3. But then as we get Bergeron back, we lose our second-line center. Again, it's not too long. It's just for like a week or two. But jeez Louise, the injuries in this game, man. We might have to tone them down. I want to go 1 year with it just so we can take a look around the league and see any kind of realistic numbers. But there he is. Bergeron is back on the top line. I like the look of that. Now, who is scratched right now? Krejci, Grzelcyk, and Wagner. All right. So, with Bergeron back, if I go to special teams and I go to penalty kill, Kuraly, and they want Bergeron on the first line. Hell yes, I will accept that. But why is Bergeron not taking the face-offs? Hang on. Bergeron, yeah, Bergeron should be taking the face-offs. There you go. Chara and McAvoy, Carlo and Moore. Yep, but we're going to go with not Lindholm. We're going to go with David Backus. All right, and I think it was Denton Heinen was our second best or third best choice after Kuraly and Bergeron. All right, so Bergeron, Kuraly, Backus, and Heinen, Chara, McAvoy, Moore, and Carlo. Three-man penalty kill. It's going to be Bergeron and Kuraly. All right, so there you go. Those are the changes. Again, the scratch players, Krejci. So he's got to get back. Once he gets back, it'll help out our second line, which will push Charlie Coyle back to the third or on the wing. And then the special teams power play, if Krejci comes back. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do with Charlie Coyle here, because on this team he's a third-line center, but he's got some good trade value, but I think he's only got 1 year left, and he's a -7. This is what I mean about, flipping a certain player for somebody who simulates in the perfect spot that we need him to here in Boston. So, yeah, I want to get to the end of November. It'd be nice to simulate with our, at full strength, with our top-tier team, but we keep on putting the B squad out there. No Bergeron, no Chara, no Krejci right now. Can we get some wins? There you go. A 3-game winning streak. Nice. And we are offering Yaroslav Halak to the Buffalo Sabres in exchange for Zach Bogosian and a 4th. I'm going to decline that trade. In fact, you know what? Hang on a second. I forgot to do something. Charlie Coyle's now been injured with a sore foot. His estimated return is December 1st. So we lost all of our first centers. I mean, Bergeron, Krejci, and Charlie Coyle have all gone down with an injury. His estimated return is December 1st. All right, so again, not too far away, but it's annoying. I'll go best lines for right now. Par Lindholm is fully healed. Best lines. All right, 4-0 victory. Simulate up to this day. So we are at a 4-game winning streak. We are 4-0-1 in our last 5, and we have pulled ourselves back above 500. But the injury bug is hitting us, and it's hitting us hard. Now, let's just take a look at around the NHL to see if other teams are also suffering injuries, because when I did some tests, man, it seemed like my guys were the only ones getting the long injuries. So Connor Hellebuck's been injured for the next 3 to 4 weeks, so a big one there. Domi's day-to-day. Day-to-day doesn't count. Eric Stahl, 3 weeks. Lindholm, day-to-day. Krejci, 1 to 2 weeks. Korpisalo, 9 to 10 weeks. That's a big one. Troy Stetcher. It's like my players are getting hit hard, and it's the top players as well. Jonathan Quick, Connor Hellebuck got injured twice. Pasternak, I lost Pasternak day to day. Nick Ritchie, Patrick Kane day to day, but day to day is fine. 4 to 5 weeks for Ryan Kessler. He's older. Brendan Smith 2 to 3. Jonathan Quick 2 to 3. Marcus Granlund 4 to 5. Legacy, Legacy 10 to 11. Charo 1 to 2. Ryan Getzlaf 4 weeks. Tanev. All right. I mean, other teams are in there, but it just seems like Boston is getting hit a lot. We'll see what happens. Again, boys, I would like to go one full year before we start to edit or mess around with the injury sliders. All right. Injuries are a part of hockey. It's a part of building your team. So, where am I? Right. There was a few things I wanted to do. Trading block. All right, so I wanted to adjust my trading block. We wanted to, All right, so get Halak off there, get the first rounders off there. I want to have a clean salary cap situation going into the offseason, right? When you look at our team, Krejci's got another year after this at 7.2. The year after that, we should be able to save some money. I have to hold on to these players. They deserve to retire here in Boston, unless the fans truly believe that it's time to move on from them. But we'll get Krejci at a good deal in 2 years. Bergeron in 3. Pasternak in 4. Marchand signed for the rest of his career, so that's good. But David Backes, he's going to be making $6 million for this year. It's fine, but next year I can't have that because we got to sign Torrey Krug. We got to sign Charlie Coyle if we want to hold on to this guy. We got McAvoy signed. But that's $6 million. I mean, Chara as well. That $6 million could go a long way in free agency. Oh, shit. Hang on a second. Man, that is unprofessional. All right, so I'm going to put David Backes on the trading block right there. The surplus, no, I want to take off this. I have no surplus right now. I will give away any draft pick, but I want to hold on to certain players. And my wants, let me just get rid of all this. My wants would be probably, we don't need first line forwards. Second line forwards would be nice. Anything, all right? Anything that I could afford. If a team's going to offer me a trade, it's going to be, it's going to work. They won't offer me a trade that won't fit under my salary cap. So a first line forward would be nice. A defenseman, hang on a sec. A defenseman, a top 4 defenseman, all right. And goaltenders with Halak and Tuukka Rask, that's good enough. So I just want any kind of top 4 or a second line forward. And also, I will also put in another forward for a third line scoring forward. We needed some offense. So third line scoring forward, all right? So there you go. I don't really want picks. I'll take a third. I'll take a fourth, sure. But there you go. There are my wants. So I want a second line forward, a top 4 defenseman, or a third line scoring forward. I'd be willing to give up David Backes. Who else? Let me just sort by salary right now. I'm going to put Charlie Coyle on the trade block just to see what we can get. If someone comes to us with a right-wing sniper that scores a lot of goals, who's mid-80s, straight up 1-for-1, I might want to go with that deal. Krug, I want to sign next year. Backes is already there. McAvoy, no. Carlo, Heinen, like these guys, like Heinen and Carlo. They're making good money, but if we can flip them for something that we need, yeah, I think even like a Carlo, because, yeah, defensive defenseman. Let me put Carlo in there. All right, just to see what we can get back. It doesn't mean I'm going to pull the trigger on it, but I just want to see what we can get back, all right? So, Charlie Coyle's lost morale from being put on the trading block. How would they know? Why can't I just contact general managers without floating their freaking names out there to the public, to the media? Trading block, man. The media, Dreger and all those TSN guys, they know exactly what's going on. They report on it. All right, so we've made enough changes. Let's get back to the simulation and get going once again, shall we? So we lost Krejci. That's okay. Let's go, let's get to the beginning of this month, and then we can take a look at our penalty kill and goals against stats, all right? We're on a nice little winning streak right here, though. That's 5 in a row, 5-0-1 in our last 6, and Charlie McAvoy has now been injured with a mild concussion. So that's Chara, Bergeron, Pasternak, Krejci, Carlo, and now McAvoy. I mean, good Lord, man. We're not going to have any 82-game players. It's a mild concussion. He'll be back December 1st. My goodness gracious. These injuries left and right. All right, so best lines. There you go. Do we have Grzelcyk playing defense? All right, good. So we don't have any forwards playing D. Wagner is still a scratch player for us. Yeah, Coyle went down with an injury. Now, oh my God, this is crazy. So let me go back to penalty kill. That's the one I want to keep on keeping up with. Bergeron and Corrali, Lindholm and Heinen. No, Backus and Heinen. I want these guys in there. Backus and Heinen. All right, -2. Yeah, right. We'll see. All right, so let's get to the end. There's our first loss in a while. Player conversation. David Krejci has something to talk to you about. I'm sorry for how I'm playing out there. Woo! All right, so here's a new feature that I actually do enjoy in this game. All right, so have some fun with this. GM Superb, man, right now I don't think I'm performing to the best of my abilities. Well, you've been injured there, David Krejci. Okay, so I can agree or I can persuade. Agreeing, the explanation. Agreeing will give you the opportunity to solve the coach-player concern. Persuade is convincing. What the hell? Agree. David, while I don't think you have been performing up to expectations, you shouldn't beat yourself up about it. Any suggestions that we can help you with? Or persuade. Although you haven't been performing, I'm confident in your abilities and know that you'll get out of it. You know what? I'll ask him. What do you think we should do? It's early in the season. I've thought about it, and I think I need better chemistry with my line mates or more ice time to solve the issue. Well, I mean, oh man. So I gotta make line changes based on line chemistry to make this guy happy, or give him more ice time. I mean, you're getting second line and power play time. How much ice time do you want? I'll give you penalty kill time, sure. I think this may help you, but I don't know the cascading effect this would have on the team. I can't accommodate. Management morale would go down by 10. Promise, we're looking at getting you some different line mates with better line chemistry. And promise, there are some adjustments we can make to get more minutes a night. All right, so I'll give this guy some more minutes. David Krejci, you want more minutes? I'll give you more minutes. You can kill off some penalties for me. Promise, there you go. There are some adjustments we can make more minutes. Excellent. I'm glad to hear about this. So, agree. I will try my hardest to make this happen. I give you my word. Ratings impact. Krejci, morale's gone up, baby. Yeah, GM Superb, man, working his roster. All right, so, I mean, it's kind of cool, EA, but that shit will get boring after a while. You could have, I mean, there's so many other ways you could have had the morale system be influenced. I mean, because the line chemistry part, I mean, shouldn't it just be like, you find line mates that he produces well with, but now you're just trying to find line mates with that +1, +2? I mean, it's not even a hockey game anymore. It's just like, it's got its own meta. Boston player David Krejci is fully healed. All right, so let me get Krejci some ice time here, shall we? So best lines. All right, he is with Nordstrom and DeBrusk. Yeah, I mean, it's a +1 for overall for your friggin' teammates. So what the hell are you complaining about? Scratch players. We got Coyle, McAvoy, and Wagner. Hang on a second. Special teams. Power play. All right, so he is on the second line power play with Corrali and Heinen. He is liking the second line power play. I don't know why friggin' Corrali is on the second line power play. We got to change that. It's only because it's a +1. Let me get a sniper in there. DeBrusk. There you go. DeBrusk should be on the power play. All right, DeBrusk is a left winger. I'll put him on the left side. And who else could we throw in there on the penalty or the power play with these guys? DeBrusk, Nordstrom, Bjork. Krejci, Backus, Corrali, Lindholm. Well, it seems like Heinen is appreciating, and the line chemistry is +1, so I'll just leave it with Danton Heinen. All right, there you go. 4-man power play. Krejci, you're in there with Brad Marchand. Don't complain. What about, boom, switch those? Nope, that doesn't work. DeBrusk is killing. What the hell, Grizzlick? We're going, I think McAvoy could go in there, to be honest. 4-man power play. You could go 3-4. Oh, McAvoy's injured. That's why. All right, we'll just leave that. Is McAvoy injured? McAvoy. When did he go down? So many guys are going down. Yeah, McAvoy got injured. McAvoy and Charlie Coyle now are gone down with an injury. Jeez Louise. All right, penalty kill. All right, so Corrali and Bergeron. Yeah, Heinen and Backus. There you go. Boom. All right, so there were the changes. Let's get back to the season sim. Let's try to get up to the first of the month without any more injuries happening, and we can take a look at the penalty kill situation. I reviewed this year's draft class. In general, I feel it will be a good year for rookies. The same friggin' message that's been around since like old gen. Doesn't tell you anything about the draft. Roster management. Boston player Kevin Millar has been injured now with an injured shoulder. His estimated return is December 4th. Oh, head coach replaced player. For God's sakes, these injuries, man. Zdeno Chara has been injured with a sore knee. His estimated return is December 13th. All right, so what do you guys think? I think the injuries are a little bit out of control, man. They don't take too long. Like, the injuries aren't that long, but my God, I'm just going down left and right. And it's all my best players. I'm 12-11 and now. I'm 12-11 and 3 now after 2 months, and I haven't had like a week where we haven't got injured. Let me go back to the league again. I just want to know, like, are other teams having this problem? Not just one, like multiple. Again, look, like that's the last 6, and it's 2 for me. The Rangers, Vancouver, Philadelphia, Nashville, Edmonton. Look, 3 for me. Vancouver. All right, so Vancouver had 2. Furland, 1 to 2 weeks. And Fantenberg, a week or so. LA had 2 injuries back-to-back right there. Drew Doughty for a week and Martin Ferk. Cahoon. Jonathan Quick. LA had a bunch right there. But Charlie Coyle, Galchenyuk, I don't know, man. I wish I could look at specific teams or games lost due to injury. You know, that'd be a cool stat to track. But holy crap, the injuries. So if I go to, hang on a second, Boston Bruins player stats. Who's played the most games? So 26 games played so far is the most. All right. Got plenty of guys who are getting 26 games played. Hang on a second. So Backus, Corrali, Heinen, Pasternak, DeBrusk, Marchand, Ritchie, Nordstrom, Bjork. All right. And then you have a bunch of guys down here. Patrice Bergeron, he's lost like 10 games due to injury. 8 games due to injury. 5 games due to injury, 4 games due to injury. Wagner, I don't think, was playing, but the forward core lost a lot, man, already. We're only 2 months in. And defense, let's see, 26. So Krug has been the only guy, and Moore, the only 2 guys. 1 game due to injury, 2. That's 3. 6. 8 games total due to injury. I mean, maybe it's just, maybe that's realistic. I don't know, though, man. It's happening a lot. Tuukka Rask hasn't been injured, though, this year, so that's good. I don't know. It's happening a lot. You guys chime in. You let me know. But I think we got to go at least 1 year with it. I might tone it down for year number 2. So team stats. Our goals against was at what? 3.5? 3.50. And our penalty kill was at, what was it? 81.8. I think that's what it was, right? So goals against per game. Let's see this. Goals against. We got it down to 3.04. So, I mean, it's still not great. But where it was before, 3.5, it's definitely gone in the right direction. Power play percentage is still great, so our power play is killing it. And our penalty kill percentage, this is what I mean, guys. I don't mean to be an EA basher, right? But I went best lines, and EA Sports gave me a penalty kill setup based on line chemistry. It gave a +1/+1. And then I take a look at how the game simulates the advanced analytics. I put the right guys in there, and all of a sudden the penalty kill goes from 81 up to 84.6. Is it coincidence? I don't know, but I'm hesitant to believe that the line chemistry has anything to do with the simulation. I am cynical when it comes to EA Sports. It might have something to do with the gameplay, like their overalls might go up by 1 for the gameplay, but I mean, my second line penalty kill is -2, but our penalty kill got better over the course of the year. So you take from that what you will, all right? The experiment and the findings are on the table. You come to whatever conclusion you find. Player stats. All right, so Pasternak having a great season, 24. And once Bergeron gets on that line, they definitely go plus. So +1 now, Marchand +2. Let me just sort by forwards here for a second. Heinen, 17 points. Bergeron, 14 points in 16 games played, so that's real good. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good for our team. We just got to stay healthy. Torrey Krug, 22 points in 26 games played. Big-time contract coming up for him next season. Yeah, and Tuukka Rask. Tuukka could be having a much better year. 8-3 with a save percentage of .911 and goals at 2.71. You want that save percentage of above .920 and the goals against below .225. So, yeah, we got to find a way to keep the puck out of the net. Any suggestions, ladies and gentlemen? I think it's all the penalties that we're taking, the power play goals that are going in. So I'm going to leave it right there. Any potential trades that we could make, you let me know. Wait, hang on. For God's sakes, this game is so slow with the clicks. Okay, game. I'm so used to NBA where it does what I want. Just look at this. It takes forever just to load up. All right, calendar. There you go. So how much more we got? I think the next video we're going to take it up to the trade deadline. We'll go on a nice we'll go on a nice tear. Go up to the 24th of February, and we can make some nice changes. Or we can set it up for the next video where we have the trade deadline and we simulate to the end of the year. So anything and everything, we are above 500. We made the changes to the penalty kill, and all of a sudden, our penalty kill went better, or was better. We actually didn't listen to our coach. Oh, you know what? I got to give Krejci some penalty kill ice time as well, or I'm not going to follow through on my promise. So let me know what you guys think, and I will see you in the next one. Hey guys, Johnny here, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give us a like, hit that subscribe button, and make sure notifications are on so you don't miss out on any new content. We also live stream on Twitch where I take days off my life for your entertainment. Sonny Gray, get out of it. You stupid pieces of I should have gone with Jose for Hernandez! Oh my God, pitching change. Fernandez, get your ass in there. Oh, I swear to God, baseball God just decided to all over me. Grand slam. Oh, yeah. Make me miss the playoffs with a first-ranked team. Year 2, 30 games above 500. No divisional win. Trip to the wild card. First inning.